very brief review of the topics that you need to cover. And I just want to write on this sort of notes the most important piece of advice that I can give you about how to prepare for the exam that you're going to be taking next week. And this is the advice. The advice is complete every part of Learning Packet 1 and Learning Packet 2. That is the most sincere advice I can give you. Okay? If you do that, and you can do everything easily from those learning packets, you are fine on the exam. If you cannot do everything on those learning packets easily, then you are not fine on the exam. Luckily, next week what's going to happen is, so we have a 4-day week next week, so we're going to have Labor Day on Monday, and then you'll either see me Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday. And what we'll do is Tuesday and Wednesday we'll review depending on which block you're in. So 1, 2, 3 on Tuesday, 4, 5, 6 on Wednesday, and then Thursday you'll take the exam if you're 1, 2, 3, and Friday you'll do it if you're 4, 5, 6. So actually block 1 you're not in my class, so it'll just be 2, 3, and then 5 and 6. So that's how we'll have it. So Tuesday will be 2 and 3, Wednesday will be 5 and 6. For review, and then Thursday and Friday, 2, 3 will take the exam, and then 5, 6 will take it on Friday, and that's how it'll work. So at the very least, you should have your definitions down. So I expect you to know speed, velocity, vector, scalar, distance, displacement, right? What else? Average speed, average velocity. I expect you to be able to tell me what position is, and what initial position is, what a reference point / origin is. All of these things really, I mean, you got to know all of them. And then, just to kind of get us started, when we began this class, of course, we started talking about, kind of algebra class. And in theory, you have a linear equation like this, and you know that this is B, and it's called the y-intercept. And, you have the slope. In general, the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. And, and you have your y-axis and your x-axis. And then, one of the first thing we did during the first week of class was we actually called the y-axis position, and the x-axis was time. And, when we have a very similar graph like this, we realized that this is actually the initial position, and that the slope actually corresponds to velocity. And so when we get rise over run, we're actually getting x over t, and that's velocity. And then the equation that we actually came up to describe this is that x equals v naught times t plus x naught. So we take our linear equation from algebra and we converted it to a physics equation from physics. It's very exciting, I know. You'll have to forgive me. I've been talking to a dog all day, so if I sound like I'm being condescending, I apologize. Other topics and suggestions. Let's see. You need to know how to do things like the circle problems. It's a good one. You go halfway around the circle, and you have x initial and x final. I think that's somewhere in the learning packet. You need to know how to do story problems. I expect you to be able to analyze graphs like this, where you tell me what's happening. So x and t, so I expect you to be able to calculate slopes, and I expect you to be able to tell me, average velocity and distance. So those types of problems, I think those are in the second learning packet. You're expected to be able to analyze data from a buggy lab, so analyze buggy lab stuff. What else? Again, story problems, this kind of stuff with the labs. I expect you to be able to just do distance and displacement calculations. So that really, this one page sums up everything that we're about to do. But once again, you'll notice the only thing written in red that really, really, really matters. Make sure your learning packets are complete. They will really, really help you. Okay. We're not going to have a learning packet next week. We will have sort of an exam review. I think I'll give that out next week, not this week. So you'll walk into class after Labor Day, fresh, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed from your weekend, and then you'll go ahead and complete this thing, and you'll be good.